Friday Crafts here. Welcome to the Tags of Plenty Raid Train. I'm a minute or two early just to make it easier for Michelle to find me when she is finishing up here in 1 second. So good to see everybody. What am I going to do? I am going to share on Facebook, but I'm also going to check something because the past couple of times I have tried to stream to YouTube, it hasn't been working, even though everything's all connected. So I'm just curious while we're waiting. Um, hey, Catherine, while we're waiting for Michelle to hop on over, I'm going to go see if I'm actually on YouTube. Let's go find out, shall we? Because yeah, I don't know why this isn't working. Hey, I'm there. Well, look at that. Go figure. It's working now. Good. Okay. Now I'm just going to forget to talk to people on YouTube or Facebook, but that's okay. So excited to be part of this raid train today. A bit of a hot mess going on. I don't really know what I'm doing. I have like 7 different projects. Actually, that's not true. 3, 4 laid out on my desk because it's been that kind of day. Um, yeah, it's just been that kind of day. So I have a couple of things I want to do because I want to use them as giveaways. And then I have the big thing that I want to do. And then I have something else I want to show you that I'm probably not going to get to in terms of like the creating part of it. Um, Although I'd like to because I think folks would get a huge kick out of it, but it's not something I can sell. It's something a friend of mine made as a personal project, and I saw it the other day. I was like, "Oh my God, can I show this on Whatnot?" And she said, "Yeah, that's fine." Um, but it's kind of a licensed copyrighted thing. So she's not selling it. She made it for a friend. Um for a kid's birthday party kind of thing. So, but yeah, I might show that first. Since I really don't think I'm gonna have time to do anything with it because 30 minutes goes fast. Hey, 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 I think we got our raid. There's Michelle. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. Hi, Nicole. Um, so welcome to our Tags of Plenty raid train. Oh my God, you're fine. I was just talking about what a hot mess the day has been. So, it's all good. Um, okay, so I am going to angle my hello. Hi, everybody. I'm going to angle my camera down. I really should have put my phone in a different, in my other mount thing to make it easier. And I didn't think about that till like 30 seconds ago. So I am going to open up my show on my computer so I can try to watch for comments. We appreciate everybody being here. And I'm also going to set a little timer on my watch because if not, I'm just going to keep talking and talking. So I have a couple of things I'm going to attempt to get to in 30 minutes. The first one is I want to make a little Halloween tag or a couple of little Halloween tags because I actually want to use this as a giveaway. So I got these actually on Amazon just because I kind of wanted to have them as a template. I didn't realize it came with so many. I thought there was like 10 of them. There's a ton of them, which is great. I will use them. Um, but wow, that is a really crappy angle. Okay. Um, but I kind of wanted to use them as a little template because they're all rough and the torn edges. Um, but I wanted to make a tag, a little Halloween tag with these today because they're really cute. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with one of my stencils. So this is one of my favorites. It's Scrappy Boy Stamps. It's the bokeh layered background stencil. So this actually, oh, good. Thank you, Nancy. Yes, there is only one item in the buy it now. So funny story. Because I am in a place right now where I am like literally thinking about just the next thing. when Nicole put out the request about the freight train, I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I'm free that day. I'm leaving town at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I was starting to prep for this yesterday or the day before, and I was like, yeah, I can't get stuff shipped before I leave town. That's not gonna work. So I'm doing a little more of a demo today. There is one tag kit in the Buy It Now. I have 3 of them printed and ready to go that I could conceivably, realistically get in the mail before I leave in the morning. Um, and it's this, I mean, it's multiple. It's like all of this kind of stuff. Um, so I'm going to get to that in a second. Um, if you like those and you're interested, you can send me a message and I'll get more loaded in the bin. Um, yeah, that was just one of those, oh, yeah, didn't think that all the way through kinds of situations. And so I wasn't going to put anything in the bin. Then I had time today to print some out. Normally, that kit would come with ribbon and like embellishments. It's normally like a $15 kit. Right now, what's in the bin is just the kit itself, without any of the embellishments. So it's the prices drop down. I don't like sending it out with all that, or without all that. But I figured I'd rather have something in the bin than nothing at all. Um, so I do apologize for that. Um, that was a little bit of poor planning on my part. And I will also, I should have looked. Thanks, Nicole. Um, I I think I know I have a chat show next week. I think I have a crafting show next week. Next Friday maybe. And so I will, or a selling show. Maybe I'm selling next week. I forget what I'm doing. So I will make sure I have more of the kits loaded. Okay, so we've got that one little layer of polka dots. Um, and then we're going to take the second part of the stencil, and I'm just using the Tim Holtz Distress Inks. That was Black Soot. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to lay it over where we get dots, polka dots in different places. And you kind of do have that however you want. This was actually part of their, they called it Defying Gravity. It was their sort of homage to Wicked release, um, which is why it's pink and green in the little packaging. But it's a great set and it's really great for backgrounds. Like it a lot. Now I'm mildly obsessed with Scrappy Boys. Um, Found them at a scrapbook convention, and that's just been bad. Just been bad. Um, so then we're gonna add some orange dots to this one. So you've got that like that. And then, I mean, I could add more black, more orange. I could add a different color. Um, but I have something else I'm going to add to that. So we're going to leave that as it is. I'm going to move my things out. And then I am going to take, so it's cut up. I don't even honestly remember what transfer it came from. This is one of my Chalk Couture transfers. Thank you, Michelle. And we're going to take this off. I'm going to take a little bit of the sticky off of the back of this by putting it on my shirt. And we're gonna put this little cat down. This is one of my favorites. I think this little cat is so cute. I like that he's hiding, just peeping up over a ledge there with the little bats flying around his head. And then I'm going to take my Shimmer Frost Chalkology chalk paste, and we're going to go over the transfer, and I'm going to pray that the crafting gods are going to be nice to me with this today. And ignore the fact that I'm not using surface wax, ignore the fact that I didn't really fuzz that transfer. And we're gonna, I've used this one enough. We're gonna peel that up. Now I did it in white because I felt like the black would fade into the black. But I might let that dry and go over that again because that white's not popping on that like I wanted. So we're just gonna put that back on the backer sheet for now. And I'm gonna get my lid back on this, get this out of my way. And then we're gonna do one more of these. How much time? Hooey. All right, 30 minutes goes fast. I thought 45 was fast. We're gonna take one more of these. And I'm not gonna do anything on the back or as a background, but we are gonna flip this over this way. And then I have this, my little Happy Halloween. And I honestly, like I said, cannot remember because I cut it all apart, which transfer this came from. But I thought these would be really cute if you have, if you do like little treat bags. I don't know that I would necessarily do this for, well, maybe for the trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood, or for some of the kids in our neighborhood anyway. But like a class party, or if you have a Halloween party and you have little treat bags or something like that. And so then I'm going to use my Shimmer Shadow, which is just a, ooh, this one's drying out on me. I have to open my new one. This is just a glittery black. We're going to go over that. I am probably getting black on the tag where I don't want it, but that's okay. How is everybody doing this afternoon? It's Wednesday, right? I kind of lost track of what day of the week it is. So I'm going out of town tomorrow. We have one of our dogs has a chronic health condition. And of course, he decided to have a flare up. He didn't decide. He didn't decide. Not his fault. But of course, he had a flare up this morning. And so I have just been out of sorts. Because the last time I went out of town when he had a little bit of a flare up was a nightmare. And not to say it's going to be like that this time, but it's just gotten me all thrown off. I'm going to peel that up. I think we have 6 or 7 of us on the train today, 30-minute slots. We started at, what time is it? We started at 2:30 Central with Shell Bell. And then coming up after me is Sherry with Never Miss a Finds. And then we've got plenty others. We go for another few hours, so definitely stay on the train and hang out with us. So then you've got that one. And then I want to show you the rest of the other kit, so I'm not going to do it, but I have this little spider that I'm gonna have on there. And so this is the one that I'm gonna give away. So I'm gonna put the little spider on there once that Happy Halloween is dry. So I am gonna go ahead. Actually, I can do it from my computer. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and start that giveaway. Thanks, Nicole. If anybody wants to hop into that, and that will get mailed out before I leave. That is not a problem. Okay, so there's that. So then the kit that is in my buy it now looks like this. Let me show you all what the actual kit looks like. So it's this shabby chic pocket tag. I have a line of paper crafting kits called Paper Craft Socials. So it comes all printed. This is an 8-page kit. And you've got all this stuff to make some little pocket tags. So I've cut everything out already. And then I folded some of the stuff already to make it a little bit easier. The Shimmer Shadow is, it's Chalk Couture. It's Chalkology chalk paste. So that's where that came from. The first thing I actually want to do, aside from the actual pocket, is we're going to make a hidden pocket tag out of these two. So this kit, although I don't know why that's printed like that. That shouldn't be, it's double-sided and it should be 2 different papers. I'm not sure. I don't know if I got my paper out of order, but we're going to make a hidden tag, hidden pocket tag. I can't talk, words are hard. So what we're going to do is you're going to glue your tag, and I like the Tombow mono liquid glue because it has this nice little pin tip on it, which makes it really nice for detail and corners and things, getting under things if you didn't get them glued down all the way. So we're going to glue it 3/4 of the way. And then you're going to push that down. And we're going to set that aside for a second and just let it dry. And then this is just a little folder, and you can fold it accordion style, or you can fold it in like a booklet, and that actually goes inside this pocket folder. So we're going to do this pocket folder real quick. I'm going to get some ink because I like to ink the edges of everything. That is completely a design choice. Where's my scorched timber? But I like the look that it gives to stuff, so we're going to do that. Oops, got to put the thing on there. I am trying, when I do this, however, to make myself use colors other than brown and black. Trying to branch out, so like on this one, using a pink or even a green. I like I like brown and black. I have no objection there, and I like that antique look. But it's just such my default that that's kind of all I ever use. And so I try to make myself do something different. The other thing that's kind of funny is I have several of these kits that are like mini albums of some sort or a little folio card. Um, and I've been forgetting to like ink all of the edges or the elements before I like put them down in the album. So I'm trying to make sure I remember to do that. I think that giveaway is getting ready to run. Anybody is interested in that? Winner is drawing BSKT Quilter. Congratulations, that Halloween tag is coming to you, so I will get that out in the mail tomorrow. Thank you for being here and joining us, hanging out with us today. We appreciate it. All right, so then we're gonna glue this tab down. You've got that. Now you can glue this or not. It is entirely up to you. Depends on what you're going to use this for. I'm going to glue it just on the bottom so that if you put stuff in there, everything stays in there. I know, isn't the paper beautiful? Okay, so there's that. I also use the Tombow glue stick. That's my like absolute favorite now. So this is dry now, I think. Should be dry enough, at least, for me to show you. So now you have this tag, but you have this little pocket in there. And so if you're giving something as a gift, you could tuck a little note in there. If you're using it, if you wanted to use it as like a money holder or something like that, you could hide some money in there, see how long it takes for somebody to actually find it. And then we're gonna take some ribbon. I am obsessed with this organza ribbon. I'm gonna add that here. Oh, no, hold on. I didn't ink it. See, this is what happens. I get going and I forget to do this part. And then I don't realize it sometimes until things are glued down. If you don't have inks, you can use marker. Metallic markers look really cool actually to do this. Sharpies work. Tim Holtz has distress pencils. Okay, y'all can't see what I'm doing here. Tim Holtz has distress pencils that would work for this. So you have all kinds of options that will still give you this kind of distressed look here. A little ink around that. Now we're going to put our ribbon in here. Tie that up. And then you can trim that ribbon down if you want. I usually try to get everything done and the ribbons done and everything all sort of put together and then start messing with like trimming things down and stuff like that. So then the kit also comes with all these little folders and pockets. And again, this is printed double-sided so that you can layer things and give them different designs on each side or the same design on each side, however you want. And so that they'll fit in different places. So you can put this one, on the inside here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on. Actually, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to fold this in differently. Can I fold it in differently? No, I'm going to put this on the back so that it's like that. And so you have a little bit more contrast there. I think I messed up my printing, my double-sided printing. So I think the back of this page is supposed to be a little different. So when you're doing folders or pockets, don't glue down the whole thing. He, she says, having done that a gazillion times lately. I will glue, I'll be working on something and I'll glue a pocket or a folder and then realize that I actually glued the whole thing down. So it doesn't function as pocket or folder because the whole thing is glued to the base. Okay, I'm doing good. So, and then of course I forgot to ink that first. So we're going to glue that there. I'm going to have to go along and trim that when I fold it, but that's okay. And then we're going to, let's see. Nope. Wrong one. I can't decide if I like this little holder for my ink daubers or not. It's kind of convenient because it's very compact. At the same time, I have to, getting into it's kind of a pain when I'm live. So we're going to ink this one, and I am going to use pink just to do something a little bit different. Let's see. So we've got, I think I can't remember if I said this or not, so I'm gonna say it again. We've got Sherry from Neva Missifines coming up after me. So you want to make sure you stay on the train and check her out. And then obviously all of the rest of us, and thank you to our hostess with the mostest, Nicole Prose, our sparkle junkie. And I forget, Nicole, if you're here, what time are you on? I don't remember. I looked at who was after me, and that was as far as I got, which for me is impressive. As Michelle and Nicole will tell you, because we do Facebook Lives together, I am always forgetting who comes after me. The advantage to today was that I had to remember because I had to write into that person. So there's a little bit of that. All right, so we're going to trim this just a smidge so that it lines up okay. And then what you can do, because I only have a couple of minutes left, is this tucks right down in there. So you've got the little tab, and then your tags with the ribbon will tuck down wherever you want them. We'll put another, where's my pocket? Oh, it's on the back. Put another tag with a piece of ribbon. Actually, I'll probably use this one on the back of that there, and that will pop down in there. probably put another folder in here so that that tag would then tuck down in there like that. Probably gonna have to reglue that. That's okay. So there's that. So you've got a pocket that you can put on the back here like that and tuck more tags in. So the idea is that all of it goes together inside each other. And you kind of have this like big, huge tag. Um, One of the other things you can do with tags is just laminate them and make them into bookmarks. I've been doing that lately. This is from another kit. Because I was like trying to figure out what else could I do with these little tags in this kit. So I'm making some of those Halloween bookmarks. Um, and then I'm gonna show you all this. And then we are gonna raid. Don't fall. My phone's gonna fall out of my thing. Every time I move my mount, I think it moves. So this is the thing that I mentioned earlier that my friend made just for personal use. The guy that owns Scrappy Boy Stamps is obsessed with Labubu. So I asked her if I could get this from her because I'm gonna make him some of these tags and send them to him. Anyway, I just had to share that because I thought it was funny. Okay, we are ready to raid. Thank you all so very much for being with us today. We appreciate it. Let's go find Sherry. Tell her we said hi, and I will talk to you all later. Bye. Let's see. Am I raiding? There she is.